Go.
Hi, I'm Russell Lockhart, and this is
Steve Madden.
and this is Real Perspective.
Real Perspective.
Real Perspective.
Yes.
Today on Real Perspective, we got two movies for you.
Mm-hmm.
Supergirl, which is James Gunn's newest movie, and we've got The Invite, which is The Invite, which is a directed by Olivia Wilde. So this is kind of cool.
Okay, so we got two movies to go tonight.
Yep.
And yes, we're getting ready to see Supergirl. This is a much anticipated. Anyway, we'll talk about it. Anyway, we're going to watch the trailer right now, and then we'll be back to do the review.
Hey, I was just touching base to see when you think you might be coming back. You know, I'm just worried that you're not going to find your stride here if you keep going off-world all the time, Kara. I'm worried you're not going to find your people.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Clark. I have no people. Home is wherever you are, buddy.
As I walk this land of road,
Crypto and I at least had each other.
I have visions of
Honestly, I thought we were lucky. But luck, almost by definition, runs out. Crypto! What can I do?
The Brickens carry the antidote on that person. He has 3 days.
You cannot give up on me.
It's the crime of the Yellow Hills. He murdered my innocent family.
Just do what I say. And don't die. This does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
all that's felt is that.
Stop. You're hurting my head.
Now what becomes of the broken hearted? Who had love has now departed.
Revenge. It won't take your pain away.
I know I've got to some kind of peace of mind. I'll be searching everywhere just to find someone to care.
Your eyes are beautiful when you cry. A lot of pain. A lot of suffering.
There's no home without you, buddy.
Aren't you the ditz from that dive bar?
Funny. That's what I've been calling you.
Touche.
Okay, so Supergirl. Okay, Millie. What is her last name? Alcock.
Alcock.
Okay, Millie.
Millie Alcock.
Millie.
She plays Supergirl. Now,
Okay.
right at the front here,
How tall is she, dude?
she's about, I don't know. Actually, she looked about this big.
She was this small?
Yeah, she looked about this big. Well,
This big?
we actually saw it on IMAX, so she looked about
Oh,
that
so
big.
she was a little bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So, I just so get tired of people doing this, but she went on a rampage, and I'm going to just say this up front, that really was crushing the movie for me, going, I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
She's going, oh my, I think we're just like girl power, and we don't need the guys in the movie. It's not about guys, it's about girl power, and I think that Supergirl could go either way on sexually. I was like going, oh come on, let's not do this.
Here we go. What was it? The Snow White.
Snow White. Tanked their movie because of that,
Okay.
Of course, the movie itself of Snow White wasn't that much. But anyway, I will say, even with that, it was much better than I thought it was going to be. So here's the deal.
Okay.
So this is about, if you saw Superman, the last Superman, and that was with David Cornsweet, He played Superman. He actually has some cameos in here.
Oh, he does have cameos.
Yeah, he has cameos because
cool.
he talks back and forth with her.
All righty.
So in the end of the Superman movie with him, basically you saw Supergirl stumbling in on a drunk bender and trying to get her dog. So I was not real happy about that, not real excited about that, but it kind of picks up from there. Kind of like she's out partying, celebrating her birthday. She's on different planets, having fun. After talking to some superhero geek guys who read the comic books, I never read the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually what Supergirl was. She was a party girl, and then she had to get serious. So I kind of give it some leeway after that.
Okay.
I kind of give that to her.
Party
so that's
girl.
it. So the whole thing is she's having fun. She's partying. She doesn't really want to be Supergirl. And they blend some flashbacks in with her, like they did Superman, showing how she got on the planet, on Earth. And it's kind of the same origin as Superman went through, going through that, but a little bit different because she was there right before the planet exploded and made it out from her parents. So she's over there partying, and she meets this girl, Ruthie, which is played by Eve Ridley, and basically the bad guys did something really bad to this girl's parents, and so Supergirl is trying to fix this and help her out. Right. So she's out partying, and she realizes, I think I need to help this girl. So that's where the story begins. The other person in this movie that's kind of neat is Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
he plays Lobo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool. I actually enjoyed the movie a lot. Putting what she said in real life aside, I don't care about all that. And if she wants to speculate what Supergirl is, that's up to her. Everybody has their weird kind of fantasies or ideas, but they don't ever convey that in the movie. Mm-hmm. So that's a good thing. So it's a really fun movie, a lot of action, a lot of fun. It was still not the best movie in the world, but I actually had more fun than I thought I was going to.
Okay.
So it's a lot of fun. So she's out there, and the whole story is of her trying to help this girl regain some stuff that her parents had. So that's the big thing. The girl is there looking for revenge for her parents, and she's kind of helping her. So that's kind of what the story is. It's just all about her growing up a little bit and being what she's supposed to be. It's a lot of fun, a lot of action. I will say, director Craig Gillespie did a phenomenal job. The action sequences were great. What I love about this is a little bit like the Superman movie, where you had a lot of, when the fighting, you had that slow and stop action, and you had to slow back and go back. I love that. I love the camera work. The cinematography was absolutely on point. So I had no problem with that. I had no problem with Millie. She's a great actress. I think she did a great job. It's PG-13, violence, smoking, and language. I get a little irritated when superhero movies has language, but we're going to do. We're there nowadays, mm-hmm. and then do make it PG-13, so you don't bring the little ones. They have drinking and smoking and all that stuff in it, so that's kind of the warning there. Actually, it's a fun movie. I think they do a great job. It's not the best movie in the world. It's not the best superhero movie in the world, but I still had a blast. I still had a fun time, and watching it in IMAX didn't hurt.
Okay, so it doesn't hurt to watch in IMAX. Yeah. Things look bigger in the mirror.
Absolutely.
Yes. Right.
And then I will say Jason Momoa did a phenomenal job.
Momoa. Yeah, see, he was formerly he was Aquaman.
Yeah, he was Aquaman, and I didn't care for that one that much. But just because
he changed characters, folks. This is big news.
And Lobo is kind of a bad guy. He's not a great guy, and so he's just this bad guy she runs across, and he kind of helps him a little bit.
Okay, so we know this is from James Gunn, right?
James Gunn, yeah.
Okay, and
I think that's what that made it good. Is James Gunn.
He has taken over the responsibility for the DCEU. I guess that's how you do that. So I guess he has plans. Yeah. Let me ask you this: Did he do the Flash? This last Flash movie?
I think he did. I didn't want to watch it just because of what the actor.
The actor.
Did, so I wasn't.
See, folks, this is one of the things that you know, you try to rectify. You have an actor that is out in the world, real from a personal standpoint. This is one of the things, like when you have different actors who you just revered before you watched all the movies you love, and then they open their mouth.
Or it's not just if they want to open their mouth, pay. Everybody does that, no big deal. But when you do things that he did that illegal and
We're talking about the Flash guy.
I just wasn't happy with that.
Yeah.
Now, you know, again,
now this girl hasn't done anything, but she says she has this attitude, she has this philosophy, this agenda. Now the question is, and I think the big question here is that agenda portrayed in this movie?
No, and you know, it's like one of those things that you don't see that, and I looked for that. I was kind of wondering, is there any just like little signs maybe that she's putting out there? No. You know, there was like one part where she invites this girl somewhere because of, it was like afterwards, and you kind of, but she was just doing it to be kind. Yeah. It wasn't like, hey, come be my girlfriend or anything like that. So they had none of that was in there. That was all in Millie's head of how she was developing this character. Okay. But there was nothing about that in the movie at all.
Okay, that's a good thing.
That is a very good
thing. It will go. I would think that it would be more successful if they just leave that out of the acting. The acting just stands on its own. However, unfortunately, in our day and age, things do not separate that easily.
No, and when it seriously is when you're when you're hearing this person that's an actor or actress in the movie, and they're going, "Oh, this is what we see." It's just like the girl in Snow White. Yeah, they're giving their idea. And I'm sure the producers, writers, directors go, no,
don't say that.
Shut up. I think that's the same thing with this. Maybe, I don't know if Gunn wanted her to say that or not, but I keep thinking he's probably in his mind going, just shut up. I want to hit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it doesn't bleed over. And seriously, I mean, if being a lover of movies, if I was not reviewing it and I was just going to it and I heard that, I probably would have been reluctant to go see it. Yeah. You know? Exactly. But that's why
it's a turnoff, and we're going to find out. We're going to find out if that has any effect on it.
Yeah. I mean, they're projecting this to lose $2 million. Around $2 million. I hope it doesn't. I really like superhero movies, and seriously, this was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I kind of enjoyed it. Yeah. I enjoyed it. You know,
has the DCU or DCE, whatever you call it, has those movies over the years? It appears there's a real big struggle compared to like Marvel.
So the thing was, remember back in the '80s, DCU ruled.
Oh, man.
You had Batman, you had Superman that was like boom,
Michael Keaton,
Superman with Christopher Reeves. It was like boom, 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 and now it's just like they can't get into the market that MCU
Well,
has.
then they hired James Gunn because he's
going
to pull it out.
James Gunn has done better. A lot better. So I give him the marks on that. And
I'm still waiting for King. What is it? King Shark?
Yeah.
The Shark King or whatever, King Shark, whatever. You can get your own Shark King movie.
Yeah,
Light Shark. No, it's an old joke.
But I like Gunn's vision of this. I like what they did to it. Like I said, not my favorite. I think even with Superman, I had a couple of little nitpicky things that I had problems with. Yeah. This one I didn't have a lot of nitpicky stuff. It was just like I was just sitting over there watching it, going, "Wow, this is actually fun. I really had fun on this." It wasn't like it was horrible. Okay. So there's a couple things in there that I didn't like, and I think they drug on the partying a little bit too long. I think they could have shortened that and went there. But anyway, that's all I've got to say.
Okay. All righty. So let's do the rundown here. Okay. You said sex and nudity. Any of that, man?
No.
Okay. And the language.
Language it was.
Are we in the F word?
No, I don't remember hearing that. Don't think so. But
okay. Well, here's the thing. James Gunn also does a show called Peacemaker on HBO. Yeah. And that, you want to talk about language and all sorts of other stuff.
Well, this doesn't. It's PG-13, so it's
okay.
It's PG-13-ish type of food language.
Okay, so he's learning to make sure. Hey, you want to hit? You can't bring the kids. Well, then again, let's talk about kids. Now, you gonna bring your grandson to it?
No, not on this one. It's too much language and probably a little bit too violent, a little bit.
Okay, violent.
I think the 12, 13 years old, probably good, even 11.
Yeah.
It's probably good, depending on your child.
Mm-hmm.
We all know we have to gauge it by our children. My two kids, I've got 5 kids altogether, and 2 of my natural kids, and I know that when they were younger, they were different on what their development of what age that I could allow them to watch the different kind of movies. Like my daughter was always into horror movies, but it was not till a little bit later, as a teenager, that I allowed her to watch some of these. And my son, it was even later after that. He just was always having nightmares if I let him see something like that. So you got to gauge it and see what your kids can handle and what you want them to see. That's the big thing.
I hope that she settles down with the comments. I mean, have your own opinions, but come on. You've got to think of the movie, and you've got to think of the audience out there. You say, well, you're going to make 50% happy, the other 50% are not going to watch it. Yeah. You're going to lose millions and millions of dollars on this movie, and those producers are not going to be happy. And guess what? You don't get hired for the next one.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it is, back in the old days, back before media like we have now, when an actor went on their little tour of promoting it, they were told, say stuff good about it. Even if you thought it was going to be a dog movie, you said, pump it up. We want that opening weekend to be good.
They don't make movies to lose money. Okay,
right,
that's the thing, yeah. But it also entertainment and enjoyable. You said that it was pretty good. You had some fun with it. All righty. Let's go ahead and get to the reels.
Out of 10, I gave it 6.8.
6.8.
6.8. Again,
calculator out there.
It was great. I loved it. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. But it still was a couple of things I had problems with, and not anything big. It's just like the first part of it went a little bit too long, and I think that the cussing was a little excessive and stuff like that. So
when you're taking in the front end of a movie, when you're trying to establish the flow, and people like to get into things real quick. And of course, when you come into a summer blockbuster action movie, you want to see that action.
You really want it. They did action good. They did a great job with the action. I think there's other stuff that I had a problem with that they didn't do as good. Okay. But I still think it was a decent movie. So
all righty. Well, great. Okay, so that's Supergirl, right?
Yep.
All righty. Let's move along to our next exciting adventure.
So the next movie is called The Invite.
The Invite.
Yeah.
The Invite. I was making jokes before this about the invite. Yes, friends, the invitation today, but it is far from that type of thing. Anyway, let's watch the trailer, and we'll be back to talk about it in a moment.
What is this?
That's a rug.
Did you buy this rug because the neighbors are coming?
Oh my God. Joe, you remember Peanut Hog?
Bit of a contentious environment in here, so I understand.
We love a contentious environment.
You know, they seem cool, and she's so pretty.
Have you got tequila?
Joe, put on some music.
What kind of music you into, Hawk?
What is Sade?
What is Sade?
She loves that.
We only get a few chances for meaningful relationships in life.
What is going on here?
Crazy. Can we please do a reset?
Is this from a podcast?
Yes, it is.
We did come down here tonight to invite you.
Invite us.
To join us.
Us.
Me too.
Sorry, we don't have people over very often.
Okay, The Invite.
The Invite. So this movie, Seth Rogen, we all know who that is, Olivia Wilde, Edward Norton, and Penelope Cruz.
Yes.
Great cast. And what I love about this movie is that there are some movies out there that have one setting, one place. They're filming in one place, and it's very risky because you risk losing the audience if your dialogue isn't good.
Okay.
Right? So I've seen some really great movies years ago that were one set and that's it, and some of them did a horrible job and some of them did a great job. This one does a great job. It uses a set very well. So the whole story is Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde were married. That's Joe and Angela, and they're kind of at this point in their marriage that they just fight all the time. They're not getting along. Their son is off for the night, and so they're just kind of not getting along. And Olivia Wilde's character Angela wants to invite the neighbors upstairs for dinner, and so they're talking about it, and turns out she did invite them for this particular night, so they were going to come over. And so their conversation was like they're arguing over it. They're just not getting along, and like Seth Rogen is like stuck in, nothing ever works out for us, and we're living in this place and it's so horrible, da. And so you just hear complain, fight. They're just like picking each other. And so they meet this couple, Edward Norton and Penelope Cruz, Hawk and Pena, and they come over and they're like the perfect couple. They're getting along, they love each other, they're just like complimenting each other. And so it's about them kind of interacting. It does get a little bit racy. They do some sexual talk, but there's no sex in it. There's no actual nudity or anything. There are some like almost, but there's no nudity or anything like that. It's just kind of like how they meet and the interaction between them. It gets really funny, and I don't want to ruin the reason why, because it really is fun. It's like the script is good, the interaction with all four of them are good. I think with Seth and Olivia's characters, you kind of see when you're married a while how you set that you're in a rut, and you could be in a rut and you could have something good and you don't know it. And so I think that's where their characters are. And then Hawk and Pena, which is Edward and Penelope, is like this couple that conveys that they're happy in front of everybody, but there's something underlining there. There's some other reason that they go into there. It's a fun movie. It is, again, the script itself is very well done. From the moment that they meet the couple and the awkwardness between the two couples, and how Olivia Wilde's character Angela is like a perfectionist, want everything just right for them, and there's things that are messing up, and she just can't handle that, and she really wants these guys to like them because they don't have any other friends, just them. So she wants them to like them. And Seth's character is, I just want us. I don't need anybody else around. And that's kind of what plays in this whole fun thing. It is very well done. Like I said, the script is great. The interaction between them is great. The acting is great. I love all four of these guys. I'm a big fan of Edward Norton in movies. He's a good actor. I've loved some of his movies. Penelope Cruz, I think, is top notch. Olivia Wilde is top notch, and Seth Rogen, sometimes hit or miss in movies. Yeah. I think in this one, the thing about it is that he doesn't play the same old tired stoner. Okay. I mean, he is still a stoner. They talk about that a little bit, but he's not like he normally plays, as that's all he thinks about. You know, it's a little bit different. So he's going beyond that, and it's actually showing a little bit more acting skills with him, which I like seeing that because I like Seth Rogen.
He can actually act.
He can act. Okay. So like I said, it's a fun movie, and I think it's not for kids. It is absolutely not for kids. It's rated R, language, drug use a little bit, the pot, and then sexual material where they're talking about sex. So those are the things that's in the movie. If you can't handle that, understand the sexual talk does get a little bit. They talk a lot about this. It's kind of interesting how that works itself into it. But if you can't handle that, don't see the movie. But I think for a couple that's that you could go and watch that. I think it's just a fun movie. It's funny and it's sweet at the same time in places. And I think that it just reminds us of remembering that just because you're a married couple, you don't have to be boring. You don't have to be just settle into things. And it has so many lessons in it. I thought were just, even the nuance of the lessons were just minute. That one of the things that they point out at the very beginning is that he was a musician and a songwriter, but he hadn't touched a piano in years. He just kind of gave up on that. It's one of those that will make you think about it. You kind of think about your life and kind of go, what am I doing in my life? What am I striving for? What am I, and maybe walk away with appreciation for your spouse that you're married to, or that person that's important to you, or your children, or anything. It's one of those kind of movies that make you think.
Okay.
So I really like that.
Cool. So this is a Sundance movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Sundance and A24 again. We're up with again. A24.
I love 99% of A24's movies are good. They're like Blumhouse. It's like there's a couple of dogs there, but most of the time you know that name is going to get you something.
Yeah.
Something good.
Yeah. Okay, and it was directed by Olivia Wilde, who plays the girl. What is her name again?
That's
Angela. That's Angela, and she directed it. Now Olivia Wilde's had a interesting history.
She has,
and I'll try to behave. What was the very popular show on TV that Olivia Wilde starred in? It ran on Fox station for a long time. Had a British actor who was the lead.
I don't know.
And he was a doctor.
Yeah. Cosby Show. No, I'm just kidding.
No. No, I'm not going to say what I was just thinking. It was House.
House.
Yes.
I knew that. I was just playing dumb.
Olivia Wilde played in House, and
So
but it's interesting to watch the evolution of some of these actors' careers.
Absolutely.
And necessarily personally, I don't know that I would, but at the same time, that's, as long we're going to see a movie here. Yeah. So same thing with Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen was in Freaks and Geeks years ago.
He is.
And
anyway,
that's where I first saw him, was Freaks and Geeks, and I thought he did a good job in that. And looking back on it, you just kind of saw you saw the evolution of Seth Rogen.
Yeah, you have. Now I was trying to think of that old-fashioned superhero movie he was in. Like with Kato, what was that?
That was the Green Hornet.
Green Hornet,
which was not as good as the TV show, but
no.
Yeah.
But
they tried.
And they tried. Penelope Cruz, I was seeing here. It's been a while since I've seen her.
Been a while, but she pops up every now and then.
Okay.
I've always liked her.
And what movie did she star with Tom Cruise in?
That was Rain Man.
She was in Rain Man?
I believe she was in Rain Man. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe it was a different one. I'll have to go look at that one.
It was a thriller movie, I think. But anyway, she's a great actress now. Okay, she's awesome actress. And of course, Ed Norton. I always confuse Ed.
Yeah.
With didn't he play Incredible Hulk?
He played the early Incredible Hulk. Yeah.
Early Incredible Hulk.
A lot of people didn't like that one. I thought he also did Fight Club.
Did the Fight Club? That was a big one.
And one of my favorite movies that he did. Now I can't remember the name of it, but it was where he played a choir boy. And I thought, when I saw that, and I'm trying to remember the name of it right now, Primal Fear.
Primal Fear.
Where he played this guy that was accused of murder, and he's a choir boy, he's just super nice and stuff. And as the movie goes on, you see, his acting chops was phenomenal.
Yeah, I confused him with Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell's another good.
Who is another great actor and fun, actually. He can dance too.
Yes, he can dance. But I absolutely love Edward Norton. I've loved it. That whole cast is just fantastic. And again, it's like Seth goes a little bit out of his comfort zone on playing this. It's a little bit different than he does. But then you still see Seth Rogen's character in there, but all the time in other movies. But Olivia Wilde does a great job. Everything is in there. It's just a fun movie, and it's just cool.
Now, one thing I did see about the movie, it is dedicated to Diane Keaton.
Yeah.
And that's really nice. She just passed away just a short time ago. Yeah. And of course, who is amazing.
And one of the writers is one lady that was in The Office, Rashida.
Rashida Jones?
Yeah, she was one of the writers.
She's also one of the actors in it, I think, is it? Or maybe not.
Maybe not, because it just...
Screenplay by.
Yeah, screenplay by. She wasn't in it, because it's just four people here on this.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So you can do an entire movie with 4 people.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, that's kind of good.
We need to do a special of those one room movies.
Oh my goodness.
Because there's some good ones out there, man. There's some good ones.
Okay. So let's roll it down. You already said that this is not a children's.
Not a kids movie at all.
Sex talk. You got some dirty talk.
Well, it's just talking about it. It's just
okay.
Actually, that's what it is.
So if you like a dirty talking movie, no. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, and cursing. I'm sure there's language.
Some cussing. Yep.
Okay, and nudity.
No nudity.
No nudity. Okay.
There's there's Olivia Wilde like in her bra and everything like that, but it's not nudity.
Okay.
Not nudity.
All righty, and then you have agenda. Anything that they're trying to push on this?
A little bit.
Tell you to vote for the
not so
Democratic
much.
Party.
Not so much that. A little bit more the sex thing is a little bit. There's an agenda there that's slight, but not really.
Okay.
It doesn't play out like an agenda does. It doesn't do that because it still learns lessons learned with it.
Okay, and okay, cool, and alrighty, and okay. So this is a comedy. Is it dark comedy?
It's a dramedy. It's kind of got comedy and drama in it. It is mostly a comedy, but there are some very serious stuff in there. Mm-hmm. Again, it does make you think, and it makes you think about. You want to, as married people, sometimes we get into a rut, and we're kind of like. We need to find that joy in our marriage, find that joy even going and doing stuff with our spouse, with somebody else or whatever. We need to find that joy. And I think that's the thing about it is it's like you can be complacent and you can have a very, very good thing. And if you just start thinking, man, my life really stinks and I haven't been able to make my dreams come true and all this stuff, you can bring that marriage down so bad, so fast. So I think
there's lessons to be learned.
Lessons to be learned in this one, absolutely.
Lessons to be learned if you can make it past the dirty jokes. No, okay, I'll behave. All righty. So, okay, cool. So let's get to the reels. Well,
out of 10, I went 7.6.
Well,
it's really
it's better than Supergirl. 7.6.
Exactly. Now, here's the thing: is that when you have one set that you're working with. In a tight area, your script better be on point. Your comedy better be spectacular, and your drama you better be good.
Oh yeah.
So and this hits on all those levels. The script is good. The acting is great. The comedy hits. There's not a ton of comedy, but it hits. And then the sentiment, those things in there, the parts that kind of go, ooh, I feel that. Mm-hmm. That. Is good.
Yeah,
I think they hit on all cylinders on that.
Okay, all righty.
Would have liked the sex talk to be kind of dumbed down a little bit.
Keep it.
But we're adults. That's the thing about it.
Yeah, if you're watching it, don't be bringing your kids to this.
Don't.
Okay, and one last question: Rashida Jones. Am I mistaken that she was in X-Men movie? She's an actress, isn't she?
I don't remember. Yeah, she's an actress. She does a lot of comedy stuff, a lot of stuff.
I remember, and she played that one girl with all the diamonds or something on her. Anyway, I think that was her. Could be, or maybe not.
I thought that was Katniss from.
It could be.
Yeah, that's okay. That one.
But anyway, I have seen Rashida Jones as an actress.
Yeah. She's done a lot of good comedies and stuff. She did.
Cool.
Like I said, she was in The Office.
I like to see this. You got an actor or actress, whatever, that's doing screenplays and writing these things. And you got an actress, Olivia Wilde, who's directing
and acting at the same time, which is kind of tough. It's really tough to do that.
It's good to see the evolution of these actors.
And Olivia's directed before, and she's I think she's written a couple things if I remember right. Mm-hmm. She's a pretty talented lady.
Okay, cool. All righty. So so that was the invite. All righty. So let's go ahead, and for tonight we are going to review or summarize, or whatever you call that, the two movies that we are talking about. The first one is Supergirl.
Supergirl. Fun movie. Better than I thought it was going to be, but just misses the mark a little bit on a couple of places. 6.8. Still
6.8.
Still recommended.
6.8. And she's this tall. No,
not on IMAX.
Okay,
Exactly.
not an IMAX. Bigger than that. Okay. And the second movie called The Invite.
The Invite. Very adult subjects there. Fun movie. Very well used script and using the area and the acting very well done. I give that a 7.6. Adults only. Adults only. It is an adult movie.
Yeah,
I mean, not an adult movie, but it's a rated R movie for adults only. Not an adult movie. Very good.
Yeah, I was just about ready to ask you about what can I get. Anyway, okay. Well, thank you, Russell.
Thank you, sir.
All righty. Okay, and again, Supergirl and all that. These are the hits of the summer that are coming out.
Supergirl opens this weekend. The
Okay.
Invite opens wide next weekend, which is a weekend around July 4th. I mean, July 4th on that one. So.
Okay, all righty. Well, you will see the reviews hopefully before them so that you can give an idea, do I want to see this or do I not want to see this? And that's our purpose here, is to give you the scoop so you can make a good decision, and a good decision.
Yep.
On whether you should see the movies or not. And Russell, thank you. Did I already thank you? I
That's
think I'll
okay.
thank him again. I'm going to thank him
That's
2
okay.
times. All righty, we're going to be coming back with more movies, more stuff as we go through the summer into the fall. And you make sure that you tune in. We'll be here on the station, the Foundations Network, and showing you the real perspective. And until then, keep the popcorn popping.
And those sodas are flowing.
And we'll see you next time on Real Perspective.